So we just got the release of Moonfall starring Halle Berry, and it's a fun little disaster movie to start the year off. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Brandon, and this is Film Flare, where we discuss anything and everything that makes film and television great. So be sure to subscribe, and let's talk about a great movie.
I hear hurricanes are blowing. Whoa, slow down!
What's the plan?
Save the moon, save Earth.
Now, in Moonfall, a mysterious force knocks the moon off course from its orbit and into a collision course with the Earth. And just a few weeks before its impact with the world on the brink of annihilation, a couple of former NASA astronauts and a conspiracy theorist launched a last-ditch effort into space, only to find that everything they thought they knew about this universe was wrong.
Are they lying about all this?
It's too late to stop.
You knew all this was happening before NASA.
This film was both directed and partially written by Roland Emmerich, who sort of made his whole career out of these types of movies. With films under his belt such as Godzilla, The Day After Tomorrow, and both Independence Days, aliens and global destruction are kind of his thing, and this movie delivers on both of those fronts. Now, at first, I thought this was gonna be what Don't Look Up could have been had it taken the serious route. But then this movie decided that it didn't want to be serious either, and this disaster movie switched it up and became a sort of alien first encounter story. Although I did like the former portion of this movie much more than the latter. The global devastation storyline invoked a feeling similar to that of the movies 2012 and Greenland, with the families all trying to make it to safety just in time, and watching them was a great way to contrast such a big global event with a couple of more personal stories to really get the audience attached. Especially the story in this one between Brian and his son Harper. They weren't just a family who had gotten it wrong in the past, but they actually got a chance to make it right before everything sets off. I really like those parts of this movie where their relationship was used to tell the story of both their past up until the present. Halle Berry was also great in this movie, although there was nothing really too special about her performance. But I think that's just down to the way her character was written, and she really wasn't the star of this movie. And along those lines, Michael Pena also just felt wasted in the story. I think there were definitely a couple of missed opportunities with his character. But the real standout of this story was John Bradley as a conspiracy theorist who ends up being right about everything.
I've made a shocking discovery. I need you to get me in touch with NASA immediately.
Well, NASA and I aren't really on speaking terms these days.
Oh, that'll change.
John Bradley just excels in that role of the nerdy character who always knows more than he's given credit for. And he's simply just perfect in every scene of this film. I absolutely love the confidence he has when just talking straight up nonsense to verified professionals, and it was a lot of fun to watch him get more and more validation at every step.
We are just inside the moon.
That might be the greatest sentence anyone's ever said.
He was the true star of this movie, and this was really his film from start to finish.
If you're watching this, then you know by now a huge problem is heading our way. An emergency meeting is being called at our usual place immediately. Free bagels.
And while I did like this whole movie, like I mentioned at the beginning, I much rather preferred the global destruction portion rather than the alien portion. And the third act did kind of devolve into a bit of the more basic first encounter stereotypes. And I do think that the whole conspiracy / alien elements took away from the epic save the world from impending doom story that most of this movie spent trying to tell. And I think that secondary storyline would have been better served in its own movie. It just came a little bit too late in this one and then had to be rushed through with the giant exposition dump. But I do think it showed glimpses of what could have been a really great story had it really had the time to fully tell it all in detail. But overall, as a whole, this was a really fun turn your brain off type of movie with a couple of surprisingly good action sequences and some incredible visuals that are just top notch no matter the scene. But what are your thoughts on Moonfall? If you've seen the movie, let me know in the comments below. And if you haven't yet, it's available now in theaters. But before you go and watch that, please do be sure to give this video a like and subscribe. It really helps us out, and we're putting out new videos every week. But until next time, have a great day, and don't forget to watch a great movie. Bye.
I'm not prepared for this.
Incoming!
T-minus 3, 2, 1.
Go for ignition!